Barbados was first inhabited by the but we don't know much about their history because they didn't leave behind many written records. What we do know is that when the Portuguese first arrived in 1536, they found a small Barbadian society with villages and established trade networks. The Portuguese called the island Los Barbados after the bearded men they encountered there. The wealth generated through slavery in Barbados contributed significantly to the development of the Atlantic slave trade and the economies of both Britain and Barbados. By the end of the 18th century, however, the colony's economy began to decline due to competition from other colonies. In 1834, slavery was officially abolished throughout the British Empire, including Barbados. If you want to learn more, I encourage you to visit the Barbados Museum and Historical Society or explore the island's many historical sites and monuments. You can also read books or watch documentaries about Barbados's past. Learning about history is not only fascinating, but it also helps us to better understand the present and make more informed decisions about the future. So keep learning and stay curious. Who knows what other interesting facts you might discover about Barbados and its people? This was a significant event in history as it marked the end of centuries of human trafficking and forced labor. And what are your plans for the future? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on future content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Barbados played a key role in this movement towards abolition, as it was home to many anti-slavery activists and reformers, and the introduction of new crops such as coffee and cocoa. Nevertheless, Barbados remained an important part of the British Empire until 1966, when it gained independence as a constitutional monarchy within the Commonwealth of Nations. In 1620, a group of English settlers arrived and claimed the island for England. Did you know that Barbados was the birthplace of the oldest synagogue in the region? It was built in 1654 and is still standing today. Or that Barbados was the first British colony to introduce representative government in 1639 with the election of 16 elected officials known as These representatives were responsible for creating laws and governing the colony. This system of representative government was a precursor to modern democracy, and it paved the way for other British colonies to follow suit. They began growing sugar crops with African slaves, and the population grew to over 5,000 by 1649. In 1667, the island became a British colony, and Barbados was one of the wealthiest colonies in the empire due to its production of sugar, tobacco, and cotton. Slaves were imported from West Africa, and their descendants still make up the majority of Barbados's population today. During the 18th century, Barbados was a major center of the triangular trade, which involved trading manufactured goods from Europe to Africa, where they would be exchanged for slaves, who would then be transported to the Americas. So let's take a moment to appreciate some of the interesting facts about Barbados's past. Another interesting fact is that Barbados was also the first British colony to abolish slavery. These are just a few of the many interesting facts about Barbados's history. Now, I'd like to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the history of Barbados? Have you learned anything new or surprising?